Virgo, welcome to your Aces reading. It's Aces week, so we're going to take a look at the Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. So we're all on the same page about how Aces work. Let's go over that real quick. Aces represent one of two things. New, as in a new opportunity coming towards you or that you are creating for yourself, but you're working your way towards it. Or B, and more often than not, this is usually the case, renewed energies, right? Stuff that once upon a time represented itself as new, but we kept it, we adopted it, and we continue to make it ours. Thus, it's a renewed energy. And how's that going? Are we on point with those original aces? Do they need modification? That kind of thing. So I should see a mix of new as well as renewed. Let's start with Ace of Cups. Show me the Ace of Cups, please, for Virgo. Do we have new love? Do we have ongoing love, right? Or are we just loving ourselves? That's an option too, 100%. What's going on? Show me the Ace of Cups, please, for Virgo. Show me the Ace of Cups, please, for Virgo. Honestly, we could all do with a little bit more self-love, right? Reminds us of what's around us and is it loving us correctly? Let's see that Ace of Cups, please. Regardless of what I see here today, take it resonates, leave it does not. And if there's more than one energy on this board, reverse them as you see fit. What's going on? Show me the Ace of Cups. The Moon. Oh, La Luna. King of Swords. Ow. But I mean, it's a good ow, but still ow. I mean, that's, we just, like, oh, whoa. What happened in your heart, honey? That's, whoa. Something came to light the hard way. It hit you straight up in the feels. And that King, Queen of Swords, what they try to do around things like this is reduce damage, rationalize it, right? Make sense of it. Make sense of it now. I'm feeling too much at one time. Make sense of this shit. So that's what they do. Your heart space, bless you, is trying to make sense of something that hit you hard recently. And I mean super recent. So I mean, wow, that's an explosion of activity. The Moon King, it's pretty darned impressive too. So something that has been under that moon for I don't know how long, but it had quite a bit of depth as you experience something in terms of your feelings. The King of Swords here is trying to deal with the fallout. So you felt something and you felt something hard with the Tower. I need to see what the heck that is. You had insight about feelings, your own towards someone else, they towards yours. I don't know. Yeah, or you could have had a massive change of heart and there's you acknowledging it. That's also a possibility. Oh my goodness. Change of heart's a real thing. And until you're in that moment where you can appreciate it, yeah, I can absolutely see a Tower happening there. So let's take a look at you, see what happened. Oh my goodness, you got my full attention, honey. Wow, what's up? What is that? Show me this. For Virgo, please, show me this. I had a Virgo say, I love you so much, you're so dramatic. I'm not dramatic, I'm expressive, but I understand your point and I appreciate you anyway. What's going on? Oh, God, don't move. I can't look at this, man. I can't. Okay, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 majors over your Ace of Cups. Honey, your poor heart. What is going on? Well, you gave me a very strong idea. Your heart kind of stopped dead in its tracks for something. There's a strong admission here that your heart no longer beats in a particular direction. This is going to be one of those moments where you understood at some point, like 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon, it don't matter. The explosion of such is that it feels exactly that. It's an explosion of insight, and that's why your King and or Queen of Swords is popping out trying to control the damage or fallout, because what you're experiencing is so strong and it happens so fast. You're trying to rationalize it, and I don't blame you. You're trying to make sense of it. So that moon burst for him. Typically, when I see stuff break out of the moon, it's done so because it's time. It's gentle. People are actively probing the moon, trying to get stuff out of there, trying to learn more. But when I see moons explode like that, that's an uncomfortable thought or feeling that happens all at once. And once it happens, you can't take it back. There's no denying it. So you had not a radical change of heart so much as you understand that you've had a radical change of heart. It took you a long time to see it. Your heart has stopped dead in its tracks for something. And you just now saw it today. Or I want to say today. I don't know if it was literally today, but you see the importance of it. The energy's happening now. It's almost lifetime for my eyes. It was likely a slow ending of feelings for something. Situation, place, circumstance, person, you name it. But it just now caught up to you like today. Do you see the difference between the feeling, not having feeling for something or someone anymore, happened a long time ago, but you actually seeing it and acknowledging it and accepting it, that's happening now. So two different things. And this is why grief is different for everybody. And make no mistake, honey, this is a grief. It's a grieving process. You're seeing it, acknowledging it, giving yourself space to mourn it. And then there's denial in there too. That's what the King, Queen of Swords do. They're trying to figure out if rationally speaking what you're experiencing is what you're experiencing. So that's part of denial. This can't be right. Is what? No, this can't. See what I'm saying? So you're experiencing what looks like a lot of frantic efforts to understand this and reject it at the same time, but you can't because now the tower's here. And you're saying all the insights catching up to you at one time, and it's a lot to handle. I understand. So you're going to go back and forth between trying to accept this, seeing it and feeling it, and rejecting it at the same time. But something that used to give your heart forward momentum, it stopped dead in its tracks a long time ago, and you're just now mentally seeing it. So I'm seeing your heart space as it concerns that Ace of Cups on a hinge point between being renewal and non-renewal. Okay? That means, for the Virgo who's just interested in new love only, you're on the precipice or could be on the precipice of new love. Yes. If you understand and accept what this current situation is about. Because the Virgo I'm looking at, you're at that point now in your life where you can continue to renew what's already there, and there isn't. But you can keep it going in your 3D world. Or you can cycle it out officially. Okay. Death, Wheel, Fortune, the Chariot, guys, it's not casual stuff. It's been over a long time, and there's been a lack of momentum around this ever since. But it's just now starting to catch up to you about feeling, seeing, experiencing, acknowledging. Let's jump on over here to that Ace of Wands. Yeah. I mean, I can see why you're trying to rationalize this. It's a lot to process at one time. Can that really be true? Is this really over? Have I really not been feeling in love with this for a long time? The answer is yes. But the mind took a while to catch up to it. And they even gave me the courtesy showing, you stopped feeling for this a long time ago. But that's not the point. If you allow this to end, you can fast forward a little bit in future and open up to new movement and direction. That's also true. But right now, this is kind of quite enough to be getting on with. Okay? Allow yourself to process and grieve and understand what it is you need to understand. First and foremost. Okay? Otherwise, you're not going to see moving towards anything until you process this first. All right. Let's see that Ace of Wands, please. Oh, that's so much. Make no mistake. I could unpack that for another 20 minutes. Easy. And I would if I could. I like to do that stuff. I do. I like to push these as far as I can, but I think that's enough. Let's see the Ace of Wands, please. Show me the Ace of Wands, please, for Virgo. Oh, my goodness. Let's see the Ace of Wands, please. Let's see the Ace of Wands. That was a huge acknowledgement, guys. Just take a breath there, right? And for those of you Virgos who are not quite here yet, but let's say you have a sneaking suspicion. That could be you, not too far from now. Okay. Devil, 5 of Cups, the Hermit. Oh, that's you. There you go. Yeah, you can't feel good about whatever this is anymore. You just can't, and I don't blame you. Many of you have renewed this over and over again out of habit. But in all honesty, when you're talking with yourself here with the Hermit, Devil, 5 of Cups, you're saying, I've been feeling like this for a long time, and it doesn't feel good. I got a little addicted to the sadness. Perhaps there's some emotional codependency I'm here, but you're over your Ace of Wands. You're saying legitimately, now that I know these things, I can't be enthusiastic or have hope for it anymore. Ace of Wands isn't just passion, guys. Fire is light. Light is hope. You're saying, I can't have hope for this anymore because that's just silly. Now that I know where it's coming from. Poor emotional attachment. Habitual fear of losing it. I can't reasonably have hope for this. It's a pattern. It's a strong emotional pattern that I feel indebted to in some way. Guilt, loss, regret, not knowing what else to do. You name it. No. Ace of Wands, you can't feel good about this. So now you're showing me 2 aces that you are now thinking should no longer be renewed. Ooh, that's powerful. That is some powerful stuff right there. I got a Virgo looking at 2 aces. Virgo, should we be renewing this cup? Should we be renewing this wand? You're not even thinking about new yet. That will open up over time if you choose to no longer renew these. Just to get that out of the way. You're saying there's some things here that cannot be healed. And that's a very strong recognition here. I can't really reasonably show hope for this anymore. Any pretext I have of healing this would be false in nature. Yes. Yes. Once you understand the true nature of your feelings, any pretense you have of healing this would be false in nature. That's correct. Patternized too. You have a history with trying to heal this over and over again, like a wound that will not close. Probably because you thought you were supposed to, or you told yourself you had to, or this is what healing and commitment is. But if you understood that you still had remnants of love for it, I could see why you would try over and over again. Hence, that tower was doing you a favor then of breaking the delusion that there was still feeling in this. For you. Is there anything else, please, about that Ace of Wands? Anything else, please, about that Ace of Wands? Just to be clear, so we're all on the same page. The first 2 aces I'm looking at, you don't know that you should renew them. Okay? 8 of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. There you are recognizing the behavior pattern. So where did I get that, Christina? 9 of Wands is chronic behavior that shows up in reality as exhaustion. Okay? We won't stop fighting the fight, therefore we pay the price because nothing changes about the war. So long as we continue to supply a war with realistic energy and effort behind it, nothing will change. Yeah. So this pretense of I keep going back to heal this, but nothing ever really heals, you see the pattern behind it, don't you? Clear as crystal, that is. There's the good effort we put the best of ourselves into, knowing what we can do. It temporarily fixes a broken situation that we keep fighting and it never stops. Again, Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands are totally linked in this respect. You don't know if we should renew them. I think you have ample evidence to not. Whatever this is, first of all, you had to learn the hard way, and I mean very recently, that only do you not love it anymore. You don't have much hope for it either. And any effort to keep it going was out of practiced habit to prevent full breakage when this probably should have been completely broken a long time ago. Whatever it is that ties your heart and your sense of hope. For this Virgo, they are one and the same. I saw a hint of you moving forward into something else in future. But not much more than a hint. I need to see what you're thinking. Show me that Ace of Swords. We're going to switch decks. Let's see that Ace of Swords, please. Show me the Ace of Swords. Show me the Ace of Swords. Let's see that Ace of Swords, please. Show me the Ace of Swords. Show me the Ace of Swords. What you thinking? Actions as well. Is there any new thought, any new insight, or any new action that's coming towards you or upon you? Or are you busy cycling this stuff around in your head? Which, if you were, I wouldn't blame you. I just want you to do something with this. Because you already know going back to it with the same old energy, with the same old renewal efforts isn't working. You know this. Okay, what next? Okay, Ace of Swords. 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords, the King of Swords. Yeah. You don't have any new thoughts yet. It's just, it's still so very new for you. You're still in a place of denial, and I don't blame you. Okay? I can tell that this is very impactful, and it happened recently. I'm not talking a year ago. I'm not talking about 10 years ago when you're still struggling to get over XYZ. I'm saying this happened now. That's how real this is. We are still in denial about what we know, but the King of Swords is trying to sort the truth. So the King of Swords is always going to trump the 7 of Swords, always. And he's doing his best to get really real about what the hell's going on. Some of you have some very sharp Aquarius in your chart. Okay? And right now, he's struggling to do his job to process information. So everybody's grieving process is different. You're still struggling to adopt the truth. You're still in a place of rejecting it. Again, I don't blame you. But this is not going to sustain forever. Okay? 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords. That is straight up, I don't want to talk about it and I don't want to deal with it. Okay. You're still processing the data. Your initial shock, your initial reaction. Okay? Let's push past this. I need to see more of other things that you can put your mind on. Okay? To give you more insight. I need to see more of that Ace of Swords. What else is it that you know or could know? Let's see that Ace of Swords, please. Show me that Ace of Swords. Let's see that Ace of Swords, please. Show me that Ace of Swords. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. Your reaction is real and normal. I can't stress that enough. Okay? But I need to get your mind to start focusing on other things and other feelings. Okay? Because if we keep rejecting the knowledge, we're going to go back to the beginning of the moon. Okay, so now that the knowledge is here, now that the feeling's here, work with it, not against it. Or you end up working against yourself. Okay, let's take a look. Any more on that Ace of Swords, please? God dang it, that 9 of Swords, Queen of Swords, 2 of Swords. You're saying, I don't know, I don't know, I don't. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. To your credit, you showed me swords over swords, so that's appropriate. And I know that you are inundated in all the stress of this right now. I know that you are feeling it to its highest level right now. And you are overthinking the basic information. Honey, this is real. It's happening. And I'm sorry it burst forth the way it did. You could have been on the receiving end of someone else's news who is similar to this. Okay, I had a change of feeling, but I'm seeing this as a whirlwind, a hurricane of activity within you. I know what you just learned. This is why the moon, guys, when we don't address it from time to time, it gets out of proportion to who we are, and then it seems 10 times too big, and that we can't handle it, we can't handle it. Yes, you can. You're not the first person who's gone through this. You will not be the last, I promise you. So while it's fresh as hell to you, and it's shocking, and it's scary, it's all these things. Yes, yes. I need you to get grounded in something that you can wrap your head around that grounds you. It's like, this is something I do know to be true about me, and take it from there. Because right now your mind is working overtime to reject everything that you just learned. I don't want that part to win. Now your King and Queen of Swords are on double duty. They are on double duty. Look at this. They're swarming this hive of activity. The 2 of Swords, the 9 of Swords, I can't see and I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. I can't see. I promise you that's just going to make it 10 times worse. You have no new insight here with the Ace of Swords because you're too busy rejecting what you just learned. Again, part of the grieving process. But again, you're going to have to push yourself to get past this. This is what I do know. This is what I do feel. This is what I can accept. Okay? That's a hive of activity. And again, it's in the reflection of now. Not 5 years ago, not 10 years ago, now. Let's go for Ace 4, Ace of Pentacles. Anything else in here, please, for that Ace of Pentacles? Let me ask you something. Now that you know what you know, okay, about your feelings, what's really going down in here, would you rather go back into a place of denial and ignorance? Like that moon never happened? Would you take the tower back if you really could? Go back into the world where you're fine renewing your heart space with somebody and showing the same amount of hope and passion for it over and over again, even if it feels futile, year after year. Would you take it back? This insight, this tower, would you take it back if you could? I don't know what your life was like before you understood what you understood. But I'm just thinking, I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. Default, me, 100% of the time, I'd rather know. I can't make decisions without the insight and knowledge to understand where it's coming from. Or that I even have a choice to exercise. That I even have options. How can I even understand that unless I know that I do? I'd rather know. It beats the alternative, you know? Let's see that Ace of Pentacles. Let's see that Ace of Pentacles. I know, it's quite shocking to Earth when they find that their feelings have changed. Because you will live in a world and make a world and reinforce a world that supposedly is built around what it is that you felt, which is supposed to be security. It can take a while for you to understand that your feelings have changed. Especially if the trickier feelings are something you're not comfortable with. I could see it would be real convenient to slip them under the moon. But then you see how you pay for that convenience later. It's not so convenient. God dang it. 5 of Cups, King of Wands, the High Priestess. There it is. There's some hope and optimism. Intuitively, you feel that there are things beyond this. Yes, there are other opportunities beyond this. Intuitively, you know this. I saw that over here as a hint on your Ace of Cups, that while what you feel for this might be dead now or transforming or exiting now, there is hope for you on the horizon with the Wheel of Fortune shifting and changing, where you have direction, focus, and movement once more. I'm seeing a hint of that over here too. There is a part of you that would still fight for other things for yourself in future that are actually beautiful, and you feel it too intuitively. You feel it. You feel that there's other opportunities for you. You do, because you're right. But it requires the processing of this particular pain. You feel the potential of the aces when you allow yourself to calm. You feel the potential of promise, don't you? But first, this must be got through. Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles. I see you reserving on new opportunities. You're not ready. Guys, this isn't about having a bummer reading or a stellar reading or who won this week. Tarot's not a competition. Don't treat it like one. In summary, for what I've seen for you today, and I think we've made it clear, but once more, you have things in play that you, by all rights, should be heavily questioning if they should continue to be in play in your life. You're not ready for new, but you also don't know, and you are heavily questioning if you should renew whatever is in play. And I think you're 100% correct. You should be questioning this more, not less. Not to the point of anxiety. I mean, realistically asking yourself, do you still want this? Because your heart doesn't seem to want it. But for some reason, that knowledge shocks the hell out of you. And instead of allowing yourself to explore the other side of it, you mentally start to shut it down and reject it. I can't see more new for you until you understand that you want it. That also means you need to start eliminating from your life that which you really don't want to renew, and you got to be honest with yourself about it. Okay? There's neither new or possibly renew. I think you're currently at a standstill. And I know this is causing you a lot of panic. I want you to work through it. I do. Not just for yourself, but for your future. And whatever that means and whatever that looks like. Because I've seen the hint of it. You feel it too. It's more than a hint to you when you can kind of quiet all the mental noise, the mental titans that are fighting in your mind. Your high priestess talks to you and says there's hope for a future, Virgo, where we can have a solid investment and possibly even new love for ourselves. But it's hard to hear that over the panic. Okay? You're still in the very early phases of, what do I do now? What do I do now? What do I do now? This can't be true. This can't be true. That's where you are. That's a very intense process. I would strongly advise you to get this outside of you. Don't be an island. Share what you're experiencing with someone else. Okay? I want you to get on the other side of this. I understand and respect your decision to not explore anything at this time, nor should you. I know that's correct for you, but I don't want you to lose sight of being open to new opportunities in the future because you're so freaked out about the present that you currently don't want. We got to get in touch with that reality first. I'm sorry that this one's rough. I hate stuff like this. I do. But some Virgo somewhere needs to see it, obviously. You know? I'm telling you guys, this is so fresh. It's slapping you in the face and it's slapping you in the heart and it's slapping you in the head. It is a lot to process. That you learned that something in your life is no longer your heart's desire, and it's really hard for you to deal with that fact, or you were on the receiving end of it. I don't know. I'm leaning towards the first one, obviously. Spying, watching, inspecting. I see this as the fragmentation of your mental thoughts right now. You looking at you is what I'm seeing true. It is how I'm seeing this really true. You're looking at yourself, and that's where all this denial is coming from, but trying to absorb the truth. You're reflecting on yourself. You're reflecting on your memories. You might be looking outwards online to understand yourself better. The seeds spring to autumn. Yeah, like I said. Now. And I say the seeds of spring because technically we are in the seeds of spring. This is when you start sowing seeds. At least here in the South it is. The seeds of spring. What you are experiencing now at such an explosive scale, and I completely sympathize and empathize with you. I know what that's like. Will reach its fullness by fall. And if you don't think the grieving and acknowledging process can't stretch out that far, oh yes it can. Some of you are trying to gain insight, looking on social media, looking at videos, trying to learn about this process. This is why I encouraged you to get it out of you and talk to someone else. Because you're just trying to watch at your own kind of fragmented thoughts, and between bias and fear getting in the way, it's going to really exacerbate your learning process. But between here and fall, you will have a stronger idea of what's going on, and therefore what to do. So right now, everything is neither new or even in a state of renewal. I want you to process at this time. We have the letters X, Z. We have the medallion of Cancer. And then also their keyword is imaginative. Big dollar bill. I'm sure money and finances are involved. I have no doubt. Also the earth signs, of course. Dragon, Aries, Leo, Sag. This could be a very intimidating situation, a very intense situation. Hope it can get heated, and there could be wills of dominance in here that I'm not seeing today. But a sense of aggression, feeling the need to protect yourself. Okay. Temper flares, that kind of thing. Let's be careful with that. I'm going to go ahead and throw down a couple of these. I don't know why, but I'm feeling that this is correct. This is a double or dual Lenormand. It's just two Lenormand oracles combined. Okay, I appreciate that. Okay. 10, number 10, and then we have the skies, harvest. Also in agreement with that energy. The time of harvest is going to be very important for some of you in understanding the fullness of what you're experiencing now. Also, the representation of ending, the skies. Okay. Could well be. It would stand to reason. Messages of concern. I can't help but think that this is all the information you're receiving. Privileged lady. There could be messages of someone who represents that female or feminine energy. That could either be you or someone whom is connected to you that is showing concern or would like to show concern. Someone that you could speak with. Possibly. Okay. That's what I'm saying. The concern is real. Somebody represents this figure of mulling it over, and somebody represents the receiving end of that message. I'm seeing someone here being in the helper function, and somebody's the driver behind all the concerns and the fragmented thoughts. But they both express concerns. Someone's has them, they're the origin, okay, which would be you. And then someone's on the receiving end of those concerns. I hope that this is someone that you can open up and talk to, okay? Here we have the cross, number 36. This, of course, represents sense of religion, commandments, obligation, duty, and then also, of course, the Hierophant energy. But there's a strong sense of spiritual and moral obligation here. It's in this deck, it actually means the martyr position. We feel it is our cross to bear, okay? Not necessarily do anything about. So people will often default to a sense of commitment or their religious beliefs in order to kind of sort their decisions out for them, especially the larger they get and the heavier the implication is. That's why a lot of people have what we might call a default mode. Well, when I don't know what to do, I kind of default to something else. You have to ask yourself if this burden to bear is right for you. Whatever this represents, does it stand up to your beliefs and morals as a person? Or a default mode of, I don't know what else to do, hence this. I'll just continue to carry it. That's for somebody somewhere. Is that correct? Is that enough justification? Virgo, honey, I hope this helped you. This one was really real today, guys. And a really different but interesting view of the aces. It's not what people think it is, just like intimate tarot. I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.